welcome back. A new study is sounding the alarm over the cost of owning and maintaining a single-family home in the United States. According to findings from Bankrate, the price of owning and maintaining a home is now more than $18,000 a year, and that does not include the mortgage. That is a 26% more than it was 4 years ago. So why so much? Well, Bankrate says the hike in hidden costs are due to inflation and an increase in housing prices, as well as soaring insurance premiums. Joining us now is Catherine Pakaluk, Director of Social Research and Associate Professor at the Catholic University of America. Dr. Pakaluk, thank you so much for being on again. We appreciate it. No surprise here that the cost of owning and maintaining a home has gone up, but this is a pretty steep increase. Can you take us inside these numbers and talk to us more about these hidden costs?
Sure. So actually, I think there's a little bit of a little bit of a good news story here. It's not as bad as it looks, actually, is what I think. So the numbers, the report is saying that there's hidden costs, the cost of owning and maintaining a home, the things that maybe homeowners don't think about before they get into the whole deal, that those things have gone up about 26% over the last 4 years. So when we think about the cumulative effect of inflation over the last 4 years, and it's kind of right in that range. So the report isn't telling us that the costs of owning and maintaining a home have increased that much more than the cost of inflation.
Yeah, I mean, when people hear that, they think, oh, my goodness, am I ever going to be able to own a home? And so that being said, I mean, is this affecting home sales at all?
It's not really the hidden cost. It's actually the obvious cost of owning a home, right? Which is sort of the sales price, the price that you see, or the price that you negotiate, and then also the price of the mortgage that you're going to be looking at. And really the big story there is the increase in interest rates, right? And so those are not hidden costs at all. And yes, is this affecting sales? Yes, 100%, right? So this is not a great time to buy a house, at least if you have an option to wait a few years. That's what a lot of people are thinking. But another thing is it's not a great time to sell a house, right? If you are in a home with a mortgage rate that you negotiated a long time ago at a low rate, well, goodness, you don't want to get out of that mortgage and trade it in for one at a much higher rate. So yeah, so we're definitely seeing that hit consumers.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people are kind of staying put where they are, maybe just continue to rent instead of buying a home. Give us some perspective here, though. When was the last time that home costs, prices were this high? I mean, we've seen this before. Yes,
100%. So if we're thinking about just that 30-year fixed rate mortgage, which we're now looking at about 7.4%. That sounds like ouch, right? Not that long ago, I negotiated a mortgage at, it was like under 3%. So that sounds, but it's, when I got married, around the time I got married, those rates were about that high. So people are seeing about a 2-decade high. And if we think back into like the late 1980s and the 90s, more, 30-year fixed rates were at that kind of a high. So it's probably more of a story that we've gotten used to being able to borrow money at really, really low rates and maybe even artificially low rates. Yeah.
Yeah. Any signs that maybe, prices will come down, interest rates will lower?
Yeah. For an economist, it's always a dangerous idea to speculate or make a prophecy, but I would not expect those interest rates to be coming down in the near future. Those interest rates are high right now because the Federal Reserve is trying to fight inflation, and we've seen, much higher than hoped for inflation over the last specifically 2 to 3 years. And at the moment, the Fed has signaled that it really wants to keep things under wraps or kind of keep the economy cool a little bit. It doesn't want to see that those inflation numbers anyway. So I don't see the numbers coming down, the interest rates at least coming down in the near future.
Thank you so much, Catherine, for talking to us. We appreciate it.
Anytime.